would be a little hard to have a museum called the Henry Ford and not have a section for automobiles. It would be like a Jacques Cousteau museum without a snorkel. Car innovations have played a huge part in modern history. And here on Car Row, that history starts at the very beginning of four-wheeled travel. From luxury vehicles to hot rods, the collection of cars here at the Henry Ford Museum tells a story of cultural change, each car a snapshot in time. Before slick navigation systems and digital dashboards, cars had a more basic feel. And what may seem primitive by today's standards was actually pretty incredible in the early 20th century, when automotive innovation was just revving up. Curator of Transportation Matt Anderson took me through and pointed out some pivotal moments in the evolution of the automobile. This looks like a car, sort of.
This is a horseless carriage in a real sense. You look at it, you can almost imagine horses being hitched up to the front and going off on your way. But it's a 1903 Oldsmobile, which is really one of the first cars sort of targeted at a popular market.
How is it powered?
One-cylinder gasoline engine. And this is at a time when gas, electricity, and steam all seemed to be viable options, but Oldsmobile was gas from the start.
It is indeed a car, though, yes?
It is a car, and you can steer with the tiller as opposed to a wheel.
No wheel, no steering wheel?
Nope, not yet.
By 1924, when the Essex rolled onto the scene, the automobile was taking shape with new features that we take for granted today. Now, this car's got a top.
Yes, and this is a car that starts to look like what we would recognize as a car. So you've got, the fenders, the engine up front, and then this enclosed body. And that's the big innovation here in the Essex. It's the first really affordable closed body car.
Meaning it's got a top.
Yep, not only a top, but it's got sides with windows that you can roll down, so driving becomes more practical now in inclement weather or in the winter.
From the practicality of the earliest cars, the 1950s was a turning point in how consumers and manufacturers thought about cars. When I think of the 1950s, that's when you think of a car really making a statement.
Yeah, the stylist is king in the 1950s. You're talking chrome tail fins and bright colors, and they're all right here in this 55 Chevrolet.
Is this more about performance or about style?
I think this car is a little bit of both. Chevrolet was looking to project a new young image for 1955. So they introduced this car with the sharp colors, a new small block V8 engine, which is a lot of performance, touches like a Ferrari-type egg crate grille. So it really does play to this idea of young, freedom, vitality.
Automobiles continued to make a statement in the years to come. But political and economic factors started to drive some practical changes. Where people were once going big, they were suddenly going small. When I think of the mid-1970s, I think long lines at the gas pump.
Yes, you do. And, these two cars kind of tell that story together. This is a 1973 Chrysler Newport. This is when gas is cheap. People like their cars big, they like them heavy. And this is a 78 Dodge Omni, direct reaction to the rising gas prices.
From the efficiency of the Omni to the grandeur of older models, every car here at the Henry Ford tells a story. How many cars are in the collection here?
We have about 260 different automobiles in the collection.
But you gotta have a favorite.
I do have a favorite. This is a 1948 Tucker 48 sedan. Just a beautiful car. Looks a little like a rocket ship, but it's got some interesting innovations in it. Center headlight stands out. It actually turns with the front wheels to illuminate your way around corners.
You're connected. You ever come in here and take this out for a spin?
I have been known to look longingly at it from time to time, but I haven't driven yet.